How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Riley here, and today, yet again, yes, we are bringing you guys another brand new video here on my channel. Now, as most of you guys already know, you know the daily routine. Today, we are coming at you guys with another NBA-oriented video, and today we are going to be covering a brand new topic. Yes, today we are going over 7 of the worst trades the NBA has seen in the last decade. I have been getting suggestions to do these in the comments recently, and I really do appreciate the feedback you guys are giving me on some suggestions for videos. But once again, guys, as I do in the beginning of every single video, if you guys are new viewers or you are coming from a previous video and you haven't done so yet, please, I highly encourage all of you guys to go down below and subscribe to my channel. You guys know the benefits of it for yourselves. It's free, it's easy, it gets you guys my content that much faster, and it benefits me a ton. Each and every one, you guys, you honestly have no idea. So yeah, if you do that, I really do appreciate it. But if you don't, that's all right. I'm just glad you're here watching. But I really want to get into this video, so we are going to jump right into 7 of the worst NBA trades in the last decade. All right, the first one of the video today is going to be the Indiana Pacers trading away Kawhi Leonard. Now, yes, for any of you who are puzzled and haven't heard of this before, this did actually happen. In 2011, we saw a deal go down on the draft day that honestly probably changed the Pacers franchise forever in that very moment, because the Pacers actually took Kawhi Leonard in the first round of the 2011 NBA draft, but it wasn't very long after he was drafted by the Indiana Pacers that he would be dealt in a deal with the San Antonio Spurs with the unproven wing out of San Diego State University. The deal included sending George Hill from the San Antonio Spurs to the Pacers for the draft pick in Kawhi Leonard. That would turn into a future Finals MVP for the San Antonio Spurs. So yeah, just going off that one piece of evidence of him being a Finals MVP, that automatically put this trade into my top 7 of the last decade, considering what he could have did for the Pacers franchise if they would have got other pieces around him. They could have built a championship team around that, him and Paul George together. Now that would be a scary combination. So yes, there is number 7 of the video. It is Kawhi Leonard being shipped to the Spurs after being drafted by the Pacers. All right, number 6 for the video today is going to be the Nets giving Damian Lillard to the Portland Trailblazers practically. All right, this one also might not be heard of a lot. A lot of people might not actually know about this, hearing from it right away, but you kind of have to dive into it to get the details of how it actually happened, so I will briefly explain it for you guys. So roughly before the 2012 NBA trade deadline, the Brooklyn Nets decided to trade their unprotected first-round pick to the Portland Trailblazers in exchange for Gerald Wallace, and the Brooklyn Nets were actually asked later why they traded this pick, and the Brooklyn Nets GM responded with the fact that they did not believe the 2012 draft class had any value in it whatsoever. Nets basically only saw 3 star players in this draft class, who included Anthony Davis, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and Thomas Robinson. So yeah, the Brooklyn Nets actually missed out on Damian Lillard, who is one of the most loyal players in the NBA and who would probably be on the Brooklyn Nets to this day if he was drafted by them, and who is also a 3-time All-Star point guard and is roughly known as one of the better point guards in the NBA. So yeah, once again, the Brooklyn Nets organization making very smart moves all across the board. All right, and now number 5 for the video today is going to be the Clippers trading their unprotected pick in 2011, which ended up being none other than Kyrie Irving. All right, so yeah, so far in these trades that I have gone over, most of them are actually kind of under the radar. I'm not sure if everyone watching this video is going to know about them, especially this one. So yes, getting into this, prior to the NBA draft coming up the following year, the Clippers, who were doing absolutely terrible this season, they were one of the worst teams in the NBA. They were 16 games under 500 when they decided to trade an unprotected first-round pick to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for Mo Williams and Jamario Moon. And the reason for this trade only being at number 5 for me is because Kyrie Irving was not yet the pick. He wasn't actually a player that was traded in this deal, but it was only an unprotected first-round pick at the time. But still, the Clippers lost out on a lot in this trade. This is one of the worst trades I've ever seen when I found out about this one. It was just, it blew my mind. But the Clippers ended up trading for Chris Paul anyway, so I guess it all worked out for them. All right, and number 4 for the video today is going to be Carmelo Anthony getting shipped to the New York Knicks. All right, everyone watching this video should know about this trade. Literally everyone. If you don't, I really don't know what to say. But most of you guys do know Carmelo Anthony forced a trade out of Denver near the prime part of his career. All right, this trade was just a massive blockbuster 3-team deal that I'm just gonna have to read off straight to you guys because it is so massive and there's so many players involved. I can't just go through it like very slowly. Like I just need to read it off. out for you guys. From this trade, the Nuggets brought in Wilson Chandler, Darnell Gallinari, Raymond Felton, Timothy Mozgov, future picks, one of them who ended up being Jamal Murray. The Timberwolves in this trade added Eddie Curry and Anthony Randolph, and the Knicks got Carmelo Anthony, who in turn, if you guys have been watching the NBA for the past couple of years, ended up doing absolutely nothing for the franchise in New York. I'm talking playoff-wise at least. If I do remember correctly, yes, they made the playoffs a couple of times with Melo, but still, for the last decade or so, the Knicks have been a complete dumpster fire and nothing has changed, and this Melo trade obviously didn't change anything either. They were obviously really hoping it would, but time showed us with this trade that it was a complete disaster, no matter how you look at it. All right, you guys, we are up to number 3 in the video today, and it is going to be James Harden getting shipped off from the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Houston Rockets. All right, once again, we are getting into some of the bigger trades that have happened in the last decade. I'm sure everyone watching this video knows how this trade went down. The superstar team of the Oklahoma City Thunder with rising stars at the time was approaching new contract deals with Serge Ibaka and James Harden, and the Oklahoma City Thunder front office thought it was a genius idea to try to avoid paying as much luxury tax as they possibly could by not offering James Harden a max contract and instead offering him a contract $4.5 million short of a max contract. With Oklahoma City only offering James Harden $4.5 million short of a max contract, when James Harden clearly knew he was worth a max contract, James Harden said no. The Oklahoma City Thunder refused to raise the offer, and instead of ever raising the offer, the Oklahoma City Thunder traded James Harden for Kevin Martin, Jeremy Lamb, and a couple of picks, which one of them ended up being Steven Adams in the long run. You have to think about it. They gave up James Harden, who ended up being a future MVP in the league and is ultimately now one of the top players in the NBA. Like, I honestly don't even care if you try to fight the matter of this trade with saying they got Steven Adams out of it in the long run. They traded away a top 5 player, and in my opinion, that's like one of the worst trades we've ever seen, hands down. All right, and at number 2 for the video here today, we have Kyrie Irving getting sent to the Boston Celtics. Honestly, you guys, I'm not even sure how much I'm going to have to explain it for all of you. This literally happened less than 2 years ago. All of you guys remember how this thing went down. After Kyrie Irving and LeBron James with the Cleveland Cavaliers lost to Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and the Golden State Warriors in the 2017 NBA Finals, Kyrie Irving demanded a trade out of Cleveland. He basically said that he wanted to lead his own franchise. He wanted a fresh start where he is in charge and he wanted to call all the shots. So with demanding this trade, the Cleveland Cavaliers thought it was a brilliant idea to send Kyrie Irving to their Eastern Conference rivals, the Boston Celtics. And Danny Ainge wasted no time with this trade demand from Kyrie Irving. He went all in on this offer. The Boston Celtics ended up sending Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, Ante Zizic, and Brooklyn's 2018 first-round pick, along with Jay Crowder, if I didn't already mention that, to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for all-star point guard Kyrie Irving getting shipped to Boston. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Cavs in some ways added some decent parts that helped them make a championship run that year, but still, when you look at it in the long term of the Cleveland Cavaliers organization, this was a terrible trade. I don't care what you say, it was awful. And at number 1 for the video here today, we have the biggest robbery of a trade in NBA history, no matter how you look at it. I don't care what you say, Danny Ainge point blank robbed the Brooklyn Nets organization. That is a fact. I will speak it into existence. The Brooklyn Nets were desperate to get some stars on their team at this point in 2013, and we're going to do it by any means necessary. So as soon as they could with this offer, the Boston Celtics decided to trade the declining players of Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, along with Jason Terry to the Brooklyn Nets. Those 3 players, keep that in mind, those 3 players at this time in 2013 in exchange for future first-round picks in 2014, 2016, and 2018, and they swapped the rights for their picks in 2017, along with 5 players being sent to Boston. Like, I don't even care how you look at it, dude. Danny Ainge won this trade by a mile. He point blank robbed the Brooklyn Nets in this very moment. The Brooklyn Nets bit on getting Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry when they were in the decline of their careers, thinking that maybe they could get 1 or 2 championship runs out of them and make something of the Brooklyn Nets organization that just moved to the city of Brooklyn. But no, this deal bit back on them horribly. They ended up getting little to nothing out of playoff success with this new team. And in the end, the Celtics turned these draft picks that they got from the Brooklyn Nets in this deal into Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and another piece of how they acquired Kyrie Irving from the Cleveland Cavaliers in the trade before. So yeah, it's pretty safe to say that Danny Ainge is probably one of the sneakiest GMs we've ever seen in NBA history. His trades made the top 2 of this video and the top 2 on a lot of people's lists in the worst trades of all time. So yeah, I guess props to Danny Ainge for doing this. I don't know how he does it, but what are you gonna do, I guess? All right, you guys, I'm thinking that's gonna mark the end of the video here today. It was a long one, I know. I'm really hoping you guys did enjoy the video. Once again, if you did in any way, shape, or form, please make sure to go down below and slap a like on it. Once again, I say it always, you guys know how much it means to me when I see you guys supporting my content. It just motivates me to make more for you guys. Trust me, I love each and every one of you for doing it. But after saying that, I'm pretty sure that's all I have to say. So once again, I thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, subscribe down below. I love you guys. You mean the world to me. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace!